This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
Welcome to the third annual Baconsale Summer Preview. Previous winners have been the fan favorite Ant-Man and the Oscar winner Suicide Squad. Ooh. Who knows what will happen this year? You'll find out on this episode of Baconsale.
Did you just hear your own echo?
Yeah. It's still going.
I like I like how it's a summer preview, not a summer movie preview, too.
It's summer's all about movies.
That's all it is. Welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And Jacob.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good.
Yeah.
I missed you guys.
I missed you, too.
It's been like a week.
Man,
Yes.
we haven't even hugged yet.
Let's hug.
Should we pause this and hug?
No.
After the show.
I do think it's funny that they
Little
bring that
spoon.
up,
After the show.
because I did listen to both our episode 5 and episode
54?
of our summer movie previews from movies past, and I have to admit, and I say this knowing that it's just going to give Kent more fodder, I have to admit, my choices weren't that great.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say it. I was hoping you would.
I think we did say it on the show.
Oh yeah. I got mocked relentlessly. I'm like, no, that might be good. It might be good. And I was
Because they were
No.
like
I
was trying to be
Ant-Man
hope-
and Pixels.
It was like
and
Joel Masterminds was in there.
If I can give you
yeah.
some credit, because last week we were kind of harsh to each other, to give you some credit.
Were we?
I feel like we were. There was some tension.
There were
from
some
what I
people
hear.
that were mentioning that it got a little bit rough.
There was
at the
possibly a future Lost show that will be pretty contentious.
end. By the way, I tried to get them to record that. But
So, Joel, I feel like you are hopeful in terms of your movie watching. I feel like you choose some off-kilter choices, like Pixels, for example.
well,
I still haven't seen that.
It's so mainstream that it is off kilter, I think,
Yeah.
is what the choice is. And I hope you haven't changed that, honestly,
or
Joel.
Masterminds, which came out 2 years after, or Ant-Man, which you were genuinely excited about based on the preview.
But it is my least
Whereas
favorite Marvel show.
I went with the almost sure bet where I'm like, Mad Max should be pretty cool.
Although Mad Max was on my list too.
Yes.
But yeah, it was funny to go back and listen to that and just kind of be like, whoa, why did I say that?
But remember, last year we went crazy for Suicide Squad just because we thought
Margot
this is
Robbie.
the one. Well, Margot Robbie.
Well, that is,
Good music in the trailer or Margot Robbie?
but it is funny too, because going back and listening to old episodes, I went back and listened to Cable IMAX Erase.
Okay.
And I was mad at myself for some of my decisions. I was like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you erase
was
that
it
movie
you
from
who got
existence?
rid of It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
That's pretty messed up.
That was me then.
that's like
I
Earth
was
3 at this point. That's an alternate reality.
exactly.
All right, we do have some business to take care of real
Yes.
quick.
iTunes.
Yeah. Oh, so we got some more iTunes reviews. Which, if you haven't reviewed us on iTunes yet, what is wrong with you?
Please give us 5 stars.
No, but every time you give a rating and a review on iTunes, it makes us more visible to everyone who's looking for podcasts. And we got some very interesting reviews here. We got one that is a limerick from a listener called Baconsale, like bacon strips. And
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
They did a limerick
hate dogs.
for Kent, for Joel, and I, which is kind of funny. Kent and Joel and I, Kent and Jacob and I. And then also we
We
got
are one.
A song parody of Istanbul by the Happy Giants from Where in the World is Lin-Manuel Dieg?
Okay.
Apparently they ran out of characters. But it's a parody of Istanbul. It's done to the tune of Istanbul, but you can go and read it, and it fits Baconsale.
And from what you said, Sam, who is our listener,
Yes,
also he brought his review back, or kind of?
he did. He brought back a review, and it's just a 2-sentence review. It's very simple. And I'm not going to read it on the air because I don't want you guys to make fun of it and him to erase it again.
No, say it. I would love to make fun of this.
No, I'm not going to.
Come on.
But I want you, the listener, to go to iTunes and look for the review for Baconsale. Look for us, and while you're there, go ahead and leave a review or
no big
rating.
deal.
Yeah, we may even read it on the air
Or not, like today.
or reference it on the air. No, I don't want to go through it though because we do have a lot of business to get
Yes,
through.
we do.
And I also wanted to bring up something from 2 shows ago, our Mystery Science Theater show, because I have gone through and watched 2.5 episodes now of that.
When people tell me that they're like, yeah, I finally caught up. I listened to your Mystery Science Theater show, like Randy told me today. I said, oh, you mean Joel's testimony? Because that's what I call that show.
It was a lot of that, but I watched the reboot, and I have to say, I don't even know if I want to call it a reboot because it's the same basic
Extension?
series. Yeah.
Okay.
A new season because
Sure.
honestly, it fits. It
Oh, it does.
It fits to form.
The voices for the robots are different.
It is, and I still have a hard time figuring out who's who and like when they're talking, but it doesn't matter because it's just funny jokes. But really, I like it, and I will continue to watch this season, and I think it's going to do well. I have to admit, Cry Wilderness is the second episode, is probably my favorite, and it is up there with my favorite Mystery Science Theaters of all time.
Is it up there with Jake?
Jake?
Manos.
Oh, I'm like, what do you mean? You're comparing me to his favorite show? Manos, Hands of Fate.
There we go. Yay. So yeah, I liked it. And then also I was really happy to hear some people say, hey, I'm going to watch it. Autumn mentioned that she watched it and really enjoyed it. And we had...
she has bad taste, but that's fine.
Yes. And then we had... Who was the other one who said they were going to watch it?
Someone.
I'm pretty sure you know. I thought I was going to get him.
No, I
thought I was going to get him.
3 people.
Spencer Larson said...
Yeah.
Well, actually, Spencer Larson tweeted at us at Baconsale and said, hey, Joel, should I start with Werewolf or should I start with Pod People? And Ken jumped in and said, hey, watch Pod People. And I went...
Even though I wasn't involved in this conversation.
He wasn't tagged at all, but he saw it, and to his credit, we both picked Pod People.
Right.
And he ended up watching it and saying he enjoyed it. So people are liking the show, and I'm happy to hear that. So
You
let
guys
us
are
know.
brain twins a lot, so...
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
Wait,
should we hug?
What word am I thinking of right now? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Watermelon.
Eggs. We were close. They're both round.
Yeah,
Both.
perfect.
So, okay.
All right, that's close enough. You guys have a psychic link.
We do. Somewhat.
All right, one other thing before we get started is I got a note from one of our listeners today, and he mentioned that he knew of this foundation that I thought was pretty interesting. It's called the AJU Foundation. You can find it on Facebook. Just look up AJU, and what it is a 18-year-old kid that has cancer that is trying to raise funds to basically brighten the lives of other kids that have cancer, and it seemed pretty neat. Cool. So, yeah, look it up on Facebook, AJU Foundation, and you can donate there and help them. So, there you go.
All right. But what are we talking about today, Jacob?
Guys, it's time for our summer movie preview. Woo-woo! Not just our summer preview, but our summer movie preview.
So we're going to be talking about movies we love?
Guys,
or hopefully will love. But what is the second part?
Movies that we want you to avoid.
Yeah, movies that we want to fail, to bomb badly for personal reasons or whatever.
Bring up your earphones closer. I want to talk one-on-one for a
Jay
second.
got really close to the mic, by the way. I don't know why.
Turn this up.
We're here for you. As no, not like that at all.
Just checking. Just seeing. Anyone?
Okay,
Joel's there for them as a friend.
I know Ken scared you away, but
More than a friend.
Come back to the headphones. I want you to know that we are here like caring parents. We want to help guide you through this summer movie season and let you know what movies you should see and which ones you should avoid because we care.
Wow, that got really emotional.
I have goosebumps.
That's why we do this. We do that because of you.
And I just like to talk about how right I'm going to be. Hopefully.
I don't know.
Hopefully.
Listening to those episodes.
Oscar winner Suicide Squad didn't let me down.
Listening to some of those, some of your anticipated ones. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm probably 70%. Because I always have like some hipster picks.
Right.
And then they never get noticed or they're just bad.
I mean, that's still better than Joel's percentage of hitting. So
No, it's true. I just don't want to rub it in.
So we're going to start with the best, right? Five to 1. You guys will go back and forth, and the most anticipated, genuinely most anticipated ones. No ironic choices, I assume.
Yeah,
there probably are.
There will be a few.
All right, let's start with you, Kent.
All right, my number 5, and this is not a joke. I'm not starting with a joke, everyone. It's Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
Okay. So let's just unplug his mic now. He basically just picked the pixels of this summer.
I might have picked the pixels.
Yeah, you might have.
Picked the pixels.
So explain what Valerian...
Pumpkin
Okay,
Eater.
wait. I'll explain it. It's basically every sci-fi movie ever made, but the story came before all the other ones, so they think they're original.
That's that Tom Cruise one.
That's Oblivion.
That is every science fiction movie ever
This is
made.
basically John Carter.
It feels like John Carter.
It could easily be John Carter.
But
here's what makes it different.
You want to tell the story
Because you loved Lucy so much that you have believed in
And that's
this.
where I was going, Jake. But to give you the story.
Peanuts?
So this movie comes out July 21st. This is the story. A dark force threatens Alpha. See, we're already turning our brains off right now. A vast metropolis and home to species from 1,000 planets.
Oh, it hurts. Superman there.
It hurts.
Special operatives Valerian and Lorelai from Gilmore Girls.
If you're out on the road,
Don't do that. Don't admit that you know the theme song.
and so cold.
Not good. So they must race to identify the marauding menace and safeguard not just Alpha, but the future of the universe.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
This sounds
Can you
like
boil
the
it down?
geekiest
I've
thing ever.
never heard anything quite so. Like,
Dane DeHaan and you're going to hate this, but Cara Delevingne from Oscar winner Suicide
this
Squad.
is why we should be videoing this podcast. Is right there.
Oh, by the way, I'm planning.
What was that
our new
terrible
table
movie
and
Dane
everything, by
DeHaan
the
was
way.
in?
Yeah.
What's that?
What was that terrible movie Dane DeHaan was in?
He's in a few, but he's
Spider-Man
in
3.
Yes.
Oh, no, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I get those mixed up.
I
'cause they're
know,
both
don't
terrible.
you? Isn't that sad? He's also, but he's great in like Chronicle. And in most of the
Yes.
stuff he's in, he's very good. Except
That's
for,
what he's from.
If you haven't seen Chronicle, you need to watch Chronicle.
He's kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio from What's He Doing, Gilbert Grape, because he always has a...
He's kind of hard to watch in Chronicle, though.
Really?
Well, 'cause
I
he's
thought
evil.
he's brilliant.
He's evil.
Because he's evil?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You don't like watching evil people.
Yeah.
Here's what makes this movie different.
The evil people.
And I'm not saying this director has a perfect track record.
Who's the director?
Luc Besson, who did Lucy, as Jake mentioned.
That's right.
But they keep touting this one as from the director of The Fifth Element. And remember,
Which is what,
20 years ago,
I mean, what
The
year
Fifth
was
Element
that?
came out and surprised everyone. It looked stupid as well. And it became this cult classic immediately.
You just reminded me of?
Yes.
There's a character in Gilmore Girls named Luke.
Oh, no. It's L-U-C.
He's just going to relate everything this show.
Oh, it's French.
And so the dean,
Jean-Luc.
and then Jess.
Dean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying Gilmore Girls characters now.
I like Dean better than Jeff.
This one is adapted from a French comic from the 1970s, so it's going to be really trippy. But based on the trailer, and I'm sorry, everyone hates the whole using an old song in a trailer, but the use of Beach Boys kind of worked for me.
Oh, man, I'm going to love this. Because the next time you get after me, it's like, oh, that trailer is so stupid because they used the old music. I'll be like, Ken, you like the Beach Boys music?
Yeah, it's 60s, not 70s. No, there's no difference, really. But no, it
Did I
works.
say
for me.
70s?
No, it's every other trailer uses the 70s.
Quick edit. It's actually the Beatles. Please forgive us.
I don't know why, but this one piques my interest, and it's the weird choice out of my 5. That's why it is my number 5.
What was it called again?
Valerian and the City of 1,000 Bombs. Meaning this movie will bomb, but I'm still going to see it. City of 1,000 Planets.
Yeah.
I think there's a bacon bit on this, because if it is terrible,
Yeah.
like we hope, like I hope anyway, that'll be a lot of fun.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, Lucy was not a great movie, but I sure smiled a lot.
Like, you're
I
glad you
smirked.
saw it, right?
I'm really glad I saw it. I smirked like crazy and I was entertained.
Yeah.
And
this
did
one
you see it,
seems,
Joel?
Nope.
This
It's-
one seems
it's
like a
worth
real
watching,
adventure
sort of.
movie, and it could be awful. It could have terrible
Yeah.
CG, but there's some practical effects there that look kind of fun.
In Lucy?
In Valerian.
Oh, okay.
Lucy, she becomes a space USB drive at the end.
I still
Spoiler alert.
I still don't think you've kind of explained what the
That's so
movie is,
true.
because basically it's a planet where they've taken all the knowledge.
Basically, it is like Starfleet. It's like a Star
Wow.
Trek. It's a Star
That's not
Trek
that
planet.
geeky. That's less geeky than what we're actually talking
Yeah, it's
about.
true. There are basically 1,000 different colonies on this planet, and it is up to Dane DeHaan to protect this planet. There you go. And
All
it's
right,
a space
so he's
adventure.
Captain Planet.
He's Captain Planet.
All right.
He's our hero.
Let's go to Joel's number 5.
My number 5 also comes out on July 21st.
Oh, I know what it is.
It's Dunkirk.
Yay!
And man, I knew putting this on here would make Kent just grin with glee.
Oh.
That's not grinning or
You feel that
glee.
way toward a lot of things.
It's
Kid. I'm starting to get worried.
You're right.
It's getting a little growly.
Growly pants.
This is... Wow. Jake did have taco time tonight.
It's a different kind of growly pants.
But if you listen to Baconsale, you know this is the movie I've been calling generic World War II movie.
Yes.
By Christopher Nolan.
Yes.
And it really is the Christopher Nolan aspect that makes me anticipate it. Although I will say, I had a hard time coming up with 5 ones that I was really excited for.
Do you think it's going to be a bad summer? Because I would say last summer wasn't great either.
I don't know. I think it's going to be an
We got
okay
Transformers. What else can you want?
Oh, we'll get there.
Oh, we'll get there. But Dunkirk, I'll read the synopsis here. Allied soldiers from Belgium, the British Empire, Canada, and France are surrounded by the German army and evacuated during a fierce battle in World War II. So it's based on actual events.
Mm-hmm.
And it stars Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, Mark Rylance, your boy.
Nice.
BFG himself.
You're not going to growl like Kent?
No.
From Mark Rylance?
You did like 2 years ago, by the way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah, he was really good in whatever that...
Growl, Jake,
whatever
growl.
Whatever that movie was with Tom Hanks
Bridge
and
of Spies.
Spielberg.
This has
Yeah,
gotten
yeah,
weird.
Bridge of Spies.
Academy Award winner, Bridge of Spies.
Everything gets an Academy Award these days.
Except for La La Land.
Except for...
I got an Academy Award. I got plenty of Academy Awards, but...
that hurts too soon.
Anyway, but it really is the Christopher Nolan aspect that is making me interested in this. I've said it before, Christopher Nolan's trailers don't particularly impress me.
Yeah.
But the movies do.
What would it take for you? Because, like you said, it's a World War II movie. We've seen them a million times and actually done almost to perfection.
Right.
What would it take to make a World War II movie exciting for you?
Beach Boys music.
No, it's got to be personal, right?
No, and I like World War II movies. I like war movies, but the problem is a lot of them feel like a retread. Like it's the same old story. And I
It's
believe...
misery, storming the beach, that sort of thing.
I believe in Christopher Nolan.
Wow.
I just think, based on his
Because of
movies,
Interstellar?
No, not because of Interstellar.
Oh.
Which is it's an okay movie.
By the way, can I just make a confession?
You don't like
hate
Interstellar?
I don't know how you guys jumped on that. No, I think it's a masterpiece. Neither of you are coming to Dunkirk with me.
What?
Yeah.
Why is that a confession?
It's PG-13.
I'm sorry. I decided that neither of you are coming.
No, I need to come.
Nope.
Why not?
I don't want you to
He's
ruin.
punishing us.
I don't want you to ruin the experience.
Why would I ruin it?
You're
You know-
so harsh on Christopher Nolan. Typically, like you
No,
saw
I'm
Interstellar,
not.
and you're like, "Wait, the movie of your dreams is actually a nightmare."
That should be the tagline. No, but you know that that's the only Christopher Nolan movie I've actually, and I didn't even bash on it. I just said I didn't like it as much as you, and you went, oh, "You hate everything, and I hate you." Goodbye. He slammed the door in my face.
And then
He's kind of sensitive with Nolan.
It wasn't even a room. He just brought a door in just so he could slam it in my face.
Yeah.
But Dunkirk. Dunkirk
Sorry.
is good. No, I'll sit there and be my stoic self next to you.
I
And
know
just
I
enjoy
will.
the
I
movie.
will feel just your rage as you're like, "This is 2.5 hours long, and it's way too long." I'll just feel that.
Let me
know.
just thank you now for not making me put up with that.
Good. See, you're never come to a movie again. Guardians, peace out, Jake.
Aw.
Actually, I'll let you come to that one. Who cares?
Ken, I just want to go through here. I just want to go Christopher Nolan movies and talk about each one
No,
of
that's
them.
a different show. This is an entire show itself, not
It
even
is,
a bacon
But
bit.
no, it's not. We're not even going to get into it. I'm just going to say this. So listen here, okay? These are his feature films.
Yes.
Following, I enjoyed it. Memento, I own because I like it a lot. Insomnia, I like it a lot. Batman Begins, I like it a lot. Prestige, it's okay. Dark Knight, one of my favorite movies of all time. Inception, seriously good. Dark Knight Rises, okay. Interstellar, okay. There's no bad in there.
That was like a C+ average based on your tone.
No. It was the A+ for Dark Knight, and then a bunch of A's.
I heard a
and
like.
some B.
I want to hear love.
I love the Dark Knight.
Look, I gotta back up Joel here.
I love Memento.
He's one of my favorite directors as well, as he is Joel. But
Which is surprising to
but
me.
we don't want to get married to him like you do, and that's okay, right? Like, I mean,
I'd hold hands with him.
I'd hold
but-
hands.
Would you
I'd
do
hold
the claw?
hands.
I don't do the claw. That's you.
But would you with Christopher Nolan?
Only if you
not.
didn't want it to work
We're
out.
entering weird territory. I feel like we're kind of straying off the show path. So
Yes,
why don't we
we
go
are.
back to my number 4?
So Dunkirk, both Dunkirk and Valerian come out July 21st.
Yes.
So I wonder which movie I'm going to see too.
You sound pretty excited about both, actually.
Yeah, you
Right.
do. My number 4, if we're going on to number 4.
Let's do it.
I'm not going to have to wait long for, because it comes out May 5th, and it's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Oh, we get to see that on Monday. Are you excited?
Yeah. Because here's the thing.
That's the day the show comes out.
I watched it at the beginning, and the first time I saw it, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. And then Kent talked me out of how much I liked it, basically.
Wait, what? Did I really?
Well, most of the sense you're just like, "Meh, meh, 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 Marvel. Meh, 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 meh."
I'm actually the voice in Charlie Brown on the phone.
And so I started picking out the flaws and being like, yeah, it's kind of, this kind of bugs me, and this kind of bugs me. But then I watched it again. I'm like, I actually really like this movie. And then when I saw the trailer for this new one, I'm like, man, they really know how to like just get you excited for a movie and make it look like a lot of fun. And the movie is getting mixed reviews right now. It's not getting stellar reviews. But I think I'm really going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be a fun ride, and that's what I kind of want in a summer movie.
Why are you
a fun
looking up
ride.
spoilers? I thought you weren't doing that.
No, I watched the trailer.
I know what you said. It's getting
spoilers.
mixed reviews.
Yeah, I saw that it's getting mixed reviews. I didn't read the reviews.
Actually, I think Guardians is a tier 1 Marvel movie. Mm-hmm. But that's like anything being on CW automatically makes it a tier lower than what it is. No, actually, it's a fun movie. It's one of the best Marvel movies. But also the ending with the golden blanket and the dance off are just horrendous. Some of the worst scenes in movie history.
There are some weird parts there, but at the same
movie
time,
history.
It's fun. And the fact that Marvel can say, you know what, we're going to do a movie with a talking unicorn and a talking tree and characters you've
It's a
never heard
raccoon.
of.
It's a raccoon.
Yeah, what did I say?
Unicorn.
No, did I say unicorn?
Yeah, you did. Which, that will be number 3, and they'll pull it off.
Wow, raccoon.
Yeah.
Where did unicorn come
I'm
from?
not sure.
Yeah.
Brony.
Yeah, apparently. I'll read the synopsis here. Set to the backdrop of Awesome Mixtape Volume 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Volume 2 continues the team's adventures as they unravel the mystery of Peter Quill's true parentage. Which, if you haven't seen the trailer, I don't recommend watching it. I mean, they're so much fun, but they give so much away, like right in the trailer. And I'm like, no.
In fact, we're gonna stay away from that, right?
Yes, we are. It's the same cast, same director, right?
Yes, it is. James Gunn,
Yes.
who actually had more freedom to write this one than he did the first one.
Right. And I think it's just, and based on the trailers, I think I'm really going to enjoy it. It's a popcorn movie. I fully acknowledge that, but darn, they good. They do a good job with their marketing.
Now, take your kids out of it for a little bit.
My kids have only seen bits and pieces of it.
But I want, in terms of likability, what do you think you'll think of Baby Groot for both of you? Will he get on your nerves, or will it just be an adorable summer movie experience?
I like Groot. I like Baby Groot. I've never been on board with your hatred of them. Minions,
He's the new Minion. He's the new Minion.
Minions, we can get on board that we hate those. We hate
It's
Minions.
the same
I
darn
watched
thing.
Penguins of Madagascar with my kids a while back, and I was like, they're not that annoying. And maybe it's just because I have Minions and Trolls as a comparison now.
Yeah, it's true.
But Baby Groot is great. Again, I know he's a one-trick pony. I know that.
Right, like you admit it, right?
Yes, but that's the thing. He's good because of that. He's a constant, and he's hilarious.
He's got those cute eyes.
Yes, he does.
As soon as you stop caring, he's a lot
Did you like
cuter.
Puss in Boots when he had his cute eyes? Or did that annoy you?
No, my favorite part of that annoyed me, but I did like the
That's
in
not
the
even
movie
Puss in Boots.
Yeah, it was in the Puss in Boots movie.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't Puss in Boots. It was the side character.
Huh?
It wasn't Puss in Boots doing the...
But it was in his movie. We are off on so many tangents.
I'm kind of enjoying this actually because you guys are making the weird face where you put your your fingers over your mouth. Yeah,
that should be the image for the
that was actually the best part of Puss in Boots. And so I'm like,
Yeah, I didn't like the movie Puss in Boots, but I'm saying the character. You didn't like his cute eyes when he did his cute puppy eyes.
I did. Do you know why?
This is why he
Because
doesn't like Pixar either.
It
Like, that's what they're all known
It lasted
for.
for about 2 seconds. We're gonna have a whole movie of Ann Getty's Baby Groot.
No. Baby Groot is a good character, and he plays well off
He's
of
a good character. You
rockets.
haven't seen the movie.
No, I'm saying Groot is a good character. He plays off of Rocket. I think it's going to have the same relationship. So I'm excited for it. Take that, hater.
That's fine. You're more than welcome to come if you want.
All right.
To that screening.
And Dunkirk.
We'll see.
All right, where are we at?
My number 4 is War for the Planet of the Apes, which comes out the week before Dunkirk and Valerian.
How did I know you were going to pick this
July
one?
14th.
I figured it'd be higher.
Yeah.
So after the apes suffer unimaginable
The
losses,
top 3 are actually Dunkirk.
Caesar wrestles with his darker instincts and begins his own mythic quest to avenge his kind.
I love when he invents the salad in that movie, too.
The Caesar salad? No. Stop that.
That actually got me. I was like mid-drink. Like
More! That was not worth a spit take.
Croutons!
It's because I didn't understand. I'm like, this. Oh my gosh!
That's why I didn't spell it out.
That's actually the end of the trilogy. It's like, I have created salad to be named after me.
See, I think that's about comedy. If you explain
Jake's
it,
dying over here.
if you explain it, it's not as funny. That's why you let them figure on their own, and they think they're pretty funny.
Okay.
That's comedy.
You want the audience to
I'm
be funny.
hilarious. That's
Yes.
basically what I figured out.
So here's what I love about this trilogy. We talked about this at the beginning of the year, but in 2011, the first movie surprised me. It even has James Franco in it, and I loved the movie because it wasn't Planet of the Apes. It wasn't the terrible Tim Burton movie. It wasn't the dated old movies, which actually have some pretty fun concepts back in the day.
Right.
It was its own thing, and Caesar was a really likable character.
And a likable salad.
And a haircut popularized by George Clooney back in ER.
Oh, yes,
I
that's
say
right,
that
yeah.
because I had the Caesar haircut for
did?
3 years.
What?
After the butt cut. It was butt cut, Caesar cut.
And then
then
what do you
bowl
call this one?
This one, I don't know. What would you call this one? It's kind of handsome, right?
Faux hawk mohawk?
Really?
The modern man.
I don't know.
I call it Froiling Fest.
Oh.
Anyways. And so then the second one happens, and it's not your standard sequel. It got so much more depth.
Yeah.
In fact, Caesar...
It was good.
It got
Caesar
Johnny
was,
Depp.
See, no, that's not going to make me giggle. That's not.
It did.
So Caesar, although he knew he had to seek revenge and the humans wanted to kill him, he had to fight against Koba. And Koba was this amazing villainous character. And remember, these are all CG people. CG
I love that part,
monkeys.
actually, in the movie when Caesar hied to Koba.
Really?
In the
That
twinkling
is
of an eye.
2 in a row. We've made high to Koba jokes. Or Kobal. What have you done? Anyways, and this one looks to expand that even more, where Caesar realizes he needs to be the general/king.
This is the third in the series,
third
correct?
and the last.
And, they're only doing it as a trilogy.
Yes, so these movies have changed casts each time, and now we have Woody Harrelson as this warmongering human ready to take out every ape.
And Jesse
because-
Eisenberg is this spunky sidekick.
Jesse Eisenberg?
Yes.
Wait, really?
Tallahassee.
It's a zombie land reference.
Oh.
They're
right.
They're on a hunt for Twinkies.
Jacob's not as funny as he
and
thinks he is.
The apes.
I haven't seen that one
The
yet.
apes have stolen all
You
the
haven't
Twinkies.
seen Zombieland?
No. Somehow I missed it.
I'll let you borrow it.
All right.
So here's what I love about this is that Matt Reeves, who did Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, is also coming back to direct. And if you don't know Matt Reeves, he's kind of a product of J.J. Abrams back in the day.
Did he direct the first one or the second
The
one?
second one.
So who directed the first one?
I don't know.
Oh. But it's not the same director.
Not the same one. So he did the second one. He also did Cloverfield, Let Me In, and he's going to do the Batman.
No, he's a really talented guy.
So he can take a script and he kind of gives it a great visualization and pretty adaptable. And I don't think Planet of the Apes should even be good, but the past two have been great. And so that's my number 4.
I will admit that's a good choice. I didn't put it on mine just because
And you knew I was going to put it.
Oh, I knew you were. And I like these movies. It's just I don't love them.
Okay.
But they got some really cool moments.
If I had my way, Andy Serkis would be an Oscar winner for his role as Caesar.
There's a lot of things that should. I mean, honestly, they don't give Oscar winners to stunt work. And sometimes I watch these movies and I'm like, yeah, give that guy an Oscar.
Absolutely.
He probably broke his back.
All right. What do you got? Number 3, Joel?
Oh, number 3?
Kent, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kent.
Actually, this is number 3 through 1. Dunkirk. Dunkirk. I'm changing my name to Kent Dunkirk.
All right. Back to you,
Have
Joel.
we made that
All right.
joke before? I feel like we've made that joke.
Yes, we have, I think.
Okay, dang it.
Because it has your name in it, I think is what you said.
Yeah. It was
number-
passing. It should
Sorry.
probably be a running joke.
It is now.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Wonder Woman. Comes
Wait,
out
it's not
June.
Dunkirk?
It's not Dunkirk.
You just confused me.
I'm sorry. Thought I was telling jokes, but it just didn't work. So Wonder Woman comes out June 2nd. So before she was Wonder Woman, she was Diana, Princess of the Amazons, trained warrior. When a pilot crashes and tells of conflict in the outside world, she leaves home to fight a war to end all wars, discovering her full powers and true destiny. That gave it more impact.
Number 3.
Up top. Is that your number 3?
It's my number 3 too.
Yeah. This makes me really happy.
All right.
Actually.
That was pretty great.
Dun, 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 Wonder Woman. So we can both talk about it at the same time, I figured.
Okay, so this one is directed by Patty Jenkins, who also did Monster. So very praised movie. It came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was
that's
10 years
basically
ago.
the one where Charlize got the Oscar for it, but
Right, yeah.
she got real ugly.
Honey, you got real ugly.
Real ugly, real fast. So I kind of looked into the history of this one, and this movie has been basically thrown around for over 20 years. 1996 is when they're like, hey, let's look. The Batman series is doing pretty well. We're coming out with Batman Forever.
Yeah.
That's doing awesome.
Yeah.
We're also going to make Batman and Robin pretty soon. Why not make a Wonder Woman movie? And so Ivan Reitman was going to direct the movie, and Sandra Bullock.
Of Ghostbusters fame?
Yes.
Sandra Bullock?
Sandra Bullock was going to play, well, they wanted her to play Wonder Woman.
She's not Amazonian.
No, but she was like the it girl.
Yeah, that's true.
So like While You Were Sleeping it was huge at that time. The Net.
Love
we all
it.
remember the Net.
I do remember
Timeless
the
Net.
Timeless
Oh, man.
net.
So dated. So dated. Go back and watch the Net and just enjoy what they thought the internet was like.
And then China, the WWF wrestler, and Lucy Lawless were also approached for the role.
I could see Lucy Lawless doing that.
Right. And then so
In the 90s.
Yeah, right. And then in 2005, Joss
No,
Whedon.
now.
That's basically what she did.
So Joss Whedon, he started writing this in 2005, and then for 2 years he didn't finish the script, and it wasn't really going anywhere. So they fired him. He went his own way, and apparently did some other superhero movies. I don't know what he's doing now. So
Batgirl.
Actually, it's funny. He's doing Batgirl. So, anyways, I'm really excited for this. I actually like that it's not, like Joel says, another World War II movie. It's a World War I movie. And World War I is known as this. Wars are bad, right? But World War I
Yeah.
was gruesome.
Yes.
Like incredibly ugly, and I'm kind of interested to see how this Amazon warrior is going to save the day, or how she will impact things. And this all takes place mostly in London. So it starts off obviously in Themyscira, and then in London,
the mascara.
Themyscira.
Yep.
Themyscira. You put
it on
really?
your eyes.
Yes, but yeah. If you have any more input on this one, Joel,
That's the
considering it's
name
number
of like
3.
her secret land or whatever?
Yes.
Is the
Land
mascara?
of Themyscira.
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 Okay.
Let's say it 4 more times.
Themyscira.
Just for fun.
Themyscira.
I don't have
Man
much more,
bat.
I don't have much more to add except for the fact that I think
It's a bat that wears pants.
Mad
call
Bat.
back. But I think that Gal Gadot has proved herself as capable in this role.
Yes.
And was one of the highlights of Batman v Superman.
Indeed.
And so I'm intrigued to see how she's going to, do in this role. I am anticipating it, but I also worry once again that DC takes themselves too seriously. And even though this is kind of it's an odd story. I mean, just these Amazonian women and falling in love with what's his name, Steve Rogers.
Steve Trevor. Yes.
Steve Trevor. And then, using the lasso and the invisible jet and the bracelets. There's a lot of camp in there that could be in there.
Yeah.
And they may get rid of it all just to be like, we're doing a dark.
Yeah, there's no
gritty.
invisible jet. It's actually kind of weird, though, because
I'm out.
Joel loves the invisible jet.
I do.
It's weird, though, because Chris Pine, who is a big actor, they got him to be in one movie. So if they ever make another Wonder Woman movie,
There was a picture of him in Batman v Superman.
unless he's getting frozen in ice, there's no way he's coming back. Like, spoiler alert, he's probably going to die at the end of this movie.
You think?
Oh, come on.
Are they going to pack him in ice and have him come back as a Winter Soldier with a metal arm?
Put some steroids in him, and that just keeps you in ice forever.
Dun, 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 steroid
So
user.
what is it going to take to make this movie good? Kent, in your opinion?
As long as they have a villain with motivation, this will be a cool movie.
Do we have any insight on the villain yet?
I could tell you, but it's a spoiler.
All right.
Yeah, don't
Let's
tell
not hear it then.
But I think as long as there's something more than just humanity is awful. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear humanity destroys itself. Maybe I should just go back to the Amazons and everything like that. Like, she needs a reason to help out humanity.
And to want to stay
But then
among
also,
humans.
she kind of hides away for 100 years after this as well, as we know from Batman v
She
Superman.
gets frozen in ice, and Katara and Sokka find her. Nerd reference.
Seriously.
Yeah.
All right. My number 2 is probably Kent's number 2. In fact, I'm willing to bet it's his number 2.
So should we just read the story together?
Yes.
After being coerced into working for a crime boss, a young getaway driver finds himself taking part in a heist doomed to fail.
That was less polished, but
Yeah.
it's Baby Driver. Baby Driver was one that Kent has been excited about, I think, since episode -65 of Baconsale.
Seriously.
Anytime this is by Edgar Wright. So anytime an Edgar Wright, if it's Edgar Wright or Christopher Nolan, like honestly, I think if Kent got,
That was a double growl.
Wow.
I honestly think
You're pulling the motor.
if Kent got in a room and Christopher Nolan walked in one door and Edgar Wright
I'm
walked in
sweating
another
just
door,
thinking about it.
Kent's head would explode. And it would do it in kind of a cool slow motion fashion, and then show like flashbacks of his history.
It'd be like Scanners.
It'd be crazy because these are his two. Would you say these are your two favorite directors?
Edgar Wright obviously is more fun, and it's not as much depth. But yes, they're my two favorite directors.
Okay,
Everything they put
We should
out,
have a director's
I
show sometime.
devour.
We should.
Yeah, you can talk all about Frank Capra that time.
Yeah. And I should.
Frank Capra is Jacob's Christopher Nolan.
Is that true?
Everything he does is gold.
Is there anything that Frank Capra has done that you haven't liked?
Yeah, there's been a few that have been a
Marnie?
little bit bland.
No, that was Hitchcock.
That's
I know. I don't want to associate with Hitchcock though. Edgar Wright, for those of you who don't know, he did the Blood and Ice Cream trilogy, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End, and he also started Ant-Man.
Yes, in fact, so he started writing Ant-Man with Joe Cornish. He was tapped to direct it. He was actually working on that project behind the scenes for about 8 years. And then Marvel and he had some disagreements. And so when he left, he started working on this movie immediately. He's had this concept in his mind since 1994 because he's such a musical guy, almost like a Tarantino. Like, he loves to use music in his movies.
Right.
Wait, it's
So
a
he said-
musical?
No, but the guy, the main kid, he can't concentrate unless he's listening to music.
He was in an accident as a kid, and so he has like a buzzing in his ear. So the entire movie, he has earbuds in his ears playing like awesome blues music.
And then he's a driver, and so you're getting these cool chase scenes to cool music.
And his Baby Driver?
Baby Driver.
Driver.
His name is Baby.
Baby.
Like, and people call him Baby. And it really does kind of feel almost Tarantino-ish, which is weird to me, but at the same time, I trust Edgar Wright.
When's it released?
That one is coming out. Oh, yeah.
This one was meant to be August, but now it's June 28th. They pushed it up.
Did they push it up?
2 months, and I'm so ecstatic.
Oh, wow. Mine's still, I still had August here, but yeah.
Man, I'm going to have so much fun with this one. And, sometimes when he ventures off of the Blood and Ice Cream trilogy with Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, it's a little bit strange and hard for people to really take, like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which I love, but it's also just a small step below the other movies, but it is very stylish. I'm hoping this one is just perfect, but it has like Ansel Elgort from Divergent
Elgort.
and
Yeah.
from Fault in Our Stars.
Oh, that kid.
I don't love that kid.
Oh, he's the main kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this one is a primarily American cast. We have Kevin Spacey, John Hamm, Jamie Foxx, John Bernthal. So a good cast.
It's a good cast.
But I love his British stuff. I love the British stylings of Edgar Wright. So I don't know. I'm a little bit
New
worried.
territory.
And every time I hear the title of this movie, I can't help but think of the Simon and Garfunkel song. So that's just me. If they don't play Baby Driver in the movie by Simon and Garfunkel, it's going to be a missed
Closing
opportunity.
credits, I'm sure.
You think so?
Yeah.
I can't help but think of a cartoon where there's a baby that drives a car.
Yeah, like Baby's Day Out.
Yeah.
Wow. Did we just reference Baby Days Out? Baby Days Out
Yes, we did.
Or what was the one right now? Like Baby Boss Baby, something like that.
Yeah, let's not talk about
Can't
that.
love that one. All right,
Yes.
now to honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. I'll go first because I only had 2. I actually put down King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, May 12th, only because it's directed by Guy Ritchie, and I really like movies like Snatch.
Inconsistent, but man,
Socrates
he makes fun movies regardless.
It looks, and I love the Arthurian legend as well. And so I love to see a take on it by Guy Ritchie. And then my other one's Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets.
Oh, yay.
But
So I have 4. I'll go through them real quick. The Mummy I'm kind of excited about.
Really?
I think this movie will...
you're excited for Mission Impossible: The Mummy.
Yes. Mission Impossible and the
Probably should
Mummy's
be.
colon is actually look.
Journey where you've never gone before.
I actually think this
What is this Caesar salad doing in here?
Oh, no.
Too far?
yeah, a little bit. So
I meant in the tomb, guys.
oh, is that what you? Okay, so I actually think this movie will
that what you
bomb.
call it?
And their grand plan is
Will
to
it
have
bomb?
this.
It's Tom Cruise. It's a summer movie.
I still think it will. I think people won't really accept him in this kind of movie because they're trying to make the Mummy.
You're saying it's a bomb because there's a female mummy and you're a sexist
Oh
jerk.
my gosh. So anyways, it's a modern day take on the Mummy story, and they're trying to start the monster universe.
Trying.
So Russell Crowe, for example, is going to play Dr. Hyde, or Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll in this movie. And they're
Really?
going to save that for another movie, and I just think they're going a little bit too big. I hope it's self-contained and they leave it there.
No.
I know, they won't.
These days, everyone wants a shared universe.
Also, The Dark Tower comes out August 4th. This is from Stephen King's series,
I'm
The Dark
surprised that
Tower.
wasn't on your list, frankly.
You know why? And I know some exact fans that will be mad at me, but I hate the ending of the book so much that it wasted. Okay,
Wait,
it almost,
Stephen King had a bad ending? What?
right?
They changed it, though.
It almost wasted 7 books of reading of 1,000 pages each. Basically,
Wow.
His ending was so bad.
I'm no mathematician. That's more than 100 pages.
Right. It's honestly
lot.
like lost quality in terms of what they do to the story, and I'll explain later. You don't know what happens in The Dark Tower. I could tell you.
Yeah, you don't know
Like,
what happens in Lost.
We'll get into that later. The next one, real quick, Wind River, August 4th. I saw this at Sundance as Jeremy Renner, and it is, also as Elizabeth Olsen. It is great. It is a very indie movie. It's about a hunter that is working on an Indian reservation,
this trailer.
and he has to track down a killer. And it's awesome. It's great.
Wind River.
It's made by the same people who did Hell or High Water.
Oh, I did like that movie.
And then the last one is Big Sick, comes out June 23rd, another indie movie. It's a comedy.
Yep, Big Hero Sick.
Oh, it's a different story altogether. A couple deals with their cultural differences as their relationship grows. And those are my honorable
Oh, that
mentions.
sounds like a
That's
page turner.
really
It's supposed to be pretty funny.
You're supposed to be pretty funny.
Thank you.
Supposed to be.
to be.
Oh,
Hey, guys, you want to hear my top 3?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Are we
yes.
moving on?
Yes. Yeah, we're through best.
Okay. All right.
we're just excited.
All right. Number 3. And I'm only doing this because it feels neglected.
Are we allowed to make fun of him for his choices?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Number 3 is Mummy.
Oh, it is.
It is. You know why?
Why?
Because Tom Cruise has just been super picky. Now, like, I don't really like.
He's always been picky.
Right, and like he's put out Edge of Tomorrow, and Oblivion was still pretty good, and he chooses well. He understands what makes a good movie, and I think it will be a good movie just because of that. And I think the trailer has been pretty poor,
But he looks good for 75.
my gosh, it's crazy. Like I watched the trailer, and I'm like, I'm looking up how old that guy is. What is he, like 56 or
He's like
something?
54 or 56. Something
Anyway,
like that.
Google
Googling
rally pants.
Crazy. What?
Whoa, family friendly.
Rally pants?
Family friendly.
No, like he had a bad taco.
He's totally 54.
54.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, I have faith in it just for that. And even though I don't really like him, like I do believe he has good choices and he knows what makes a good movie. Okay, number 2,
Make good choices, Tom Cruise.
Dark Tower.
Really?
Because
Have you read the books?
I have not.
Oh,
right? But
then why?
I am familiar. Idris Elba is why.
Okay.
You can't anticipate it unless you've read the books.
I can.
Call back.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Yeah. So no, and it's simply because of him. Like he needs more screen time. He's awesome to watch. Like, and it doesn't even as long as there's something decent around him, like it's going to be good.
I'll say this, as long as they can continue this series and it doesn't end with one, the role of Roland Deschain the Gunslinger is a fantastic role.
They should get Rayland
if
into
they
the
keep
role for
going,
Roland.
if they
Probably
keep
should've.
going with this, man, it will be a star maker.
They're supposed to, right?
That's their plan, but I'm sure they're waiting
gonna
to
see
see
how
if
it
it's
does.
successful.
Yeah.
Is it more horror or is it more drama?
It is actually more medieval Western.
Because the thing is, Stephen King horror
That sounds so cool.
doesn't do that
It
well.
is cool,
Medieval
actually.
Western, Idris Elba,
like that.
That's it. I'm in.
But
With the devil or Randall Flagg from The Stand. Remember The Stand from the 90s series?
oh, it was so bad.
Matthew
Yeah.
McConaughey plays Randall Flagg, the villain of The Stand in The Dark Tower.
Wow.
Because so there's the Stephen King universe. That's a whole nother show. I'm
Wow.
not even going to start.
Stephen King show coming this October.
All right, so that was 3 and 2. My number 1. You guys want to guess?
I'm going to guess that it is Dunkirk.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
Dunkirk. Yep. So
Any reason why?
That's too bad you're not going to get to go, though.
I know, right?
Kent and I are going to have to be there alone.
Do you know why he's not going to get to go? Because 15 minutes ago, he's like, I don't even want to go. And even joking about that hurts my feelings.
That's just a boy way of saying you hurt our feelings by telling us we couldn't go.
Too bad.
All right.
I'm going.
You just seen you're going?
I'm just going. I'm going to walk in and be like, I'm Kent's +1. Deal with it.
You probably could, honestly. You just walk on through. You know how it works.
It's true.
So, yeah.
All right. Now let's get into our...
Oh, my number one as well, because we haven't done number ones.
Oh, we haven't. Well, it was honorable mentions,
That's
wasn't it?
all the build-up for the number ones.
My number one is Dunkirk. I mean, this is...
What?
Right? How strange. So we don't need to tell the story again, but here's what they're doing, and here's what may be different about this movie. They're telling this movie, it's called a triptych? Yeah, triptych, which means it's 3 perspectives in this movie. It's not just going to be like Saving Private Ryan where you follow a group. It's going to be land, air, and sea.
And water, earth, fire, air.
Never
Long
be
ago,
hard. Never
the
be
4
hard.
nations lived in harmony.
Oh my gosh. And so here's what's kind of cool. Because, yes, he went with old standbys. Actually, Michael Caine is not in this movie.
Michael Caine.
That's his good luck charm. But he did go with old standbys for like the sea and the air stuff. Like Tom Hardy is a pilot in this movie. But for the land stuff, he wanted soldiers to be young, scared, and stupid. Just like they were in the war. And so we got relative unknowns. Like people who were just... And yes, Harry Styles is one of the soldiers.
I'm out.
Right?
Remind me who Harry Styles is.
One Direction. But maybe this is just maybe he saw something in him.
His butt?
What?
You said butt like 12 times.
Growly pants.
No.
Family friendly, everyone.
You said it.
You're the one who did it.
You said it. But, I am... Sorry, I do say butt a lot, don't I?
It's okay. It's Freudian.
Yeah. I'm very excited for this. I hope it gives a very personal take on World War II because Interstellar was so big that I need him to come down just a little bit and tell us
Let the
tell
record
a
show
personal
Kent
story.
did big hands, and then he brought them down.
That's actually the very reason that I'm interested in it. Is I feel like it's going to be a small story, it's going to be personal, and it's going to feel like it's going to be almost an intimate setting of war and make you really feel it.
We talked about this a few weeks ago. People are getting after him for making a PG-13 war movie.
And I loved his response, which is just like, deal with it, basically.
Right, so it's not going to be like... Yeah, there's going to be violence, but it's not going to be legs blown off and everything like that. There may be a little bit, but it's not going to focus on those horrors. It's going to be the psychological horror, I believe.
Exactly. Ken, you already know my number one because it was my number one for most anticipated of the year.
Star Wars.
No, that's not summer.
I know. What is it?
You remember.
I forget.
I don't remember either.
Good trailer, an actor I love, and my second favorite superhero.
Oh.
It's Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, yeah. Man, that's how forgettable that movie is.
You're not coming.
You're going to make this... Oh, by the way, neither of you are coming.
No.
Because Sam asked to go to that one.
No. Remember we took away the prize. Remember we gave it to him and then we took it away because we were supposed to give it before?
You know who to pick the fight with right now.
Bring it on, Sam. Spider-Man Homecoming, it's another Spider-Man movie. Yes, we've seen so many Spider-Man movies, but Michael Keaton, one of my favorite actors, is in it. The trailer really did sell me, and like I said, Spider-Man is my second favorite superhero. It basically goes...
Who's your first?
Batman.
Okay.
Batman, Spider-Man, Superman. Those are my top 3. And I've always liked the Spider-Man story, and I think that... what's his bucket? Tom Holland. I think he did a good job in Civil War as kind of in moderation Spider-Man, so I'm looking forward to see if he can pull off full-length Spider-Man.
So, you've already kind of trashed Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yes. It did it to itself, but okay.
Did you hate that movie because of like Jamie Foxx? Because I actually like the Spider-Man story I like the Gwen Stacy storyline.
Yep.
It's a tough egg to crack.
Can I be completely honest?
Yes.
All I can really remember from that movie is how bad Jamie Foxx was.
He was
Same.
sad.
Like, as I think about
Or
it,
him playing Itsy Bitsy Spider in the power lines.
Does that make sense?
Actually, Dane DeHaan was terrible as the Hobgoblin or Son of Green Goblin.
I remember that.
But the story between, or actually the chemistry between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone was fantastic.
It made a romantic comedy.
It made it watchable. That's basically what it was.
Right. And I wish they took everything else out and it was a 45-minute movie of just their scenes.
Which would have been fun.
Right.
But they're broken up now, so it's sad. It's just sad to watch.
So, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Electric Boogaloo, Homecoming.
Yes, and
everybody hurts.
I may be making one of my once again my bad pick that I did before, but at the same time, I think it's going to be a solid movie, and based on previous Spider-Man viewings, I think I like it.
Does it excite you that they say it's like part Breakfast Club,
No.
part Marvel Universe?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I love John Hughes. I was just having a
Because
discussion
Breakfast
the other
Club
day.
is far better than the Marvel Universe.
I was just discussing this the other day, last night actually. I was discussing it with someone. I'm not a huge Breakfast Club fan.
Oh, you're not?
I love John Hughes.
Is it because of every other movie tries to copy that and it's become cliche?
It's because I can't relate as much to the characers. Like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Not even one of them.
It's kind of, but that's what I'm saying. It's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off is one of my favorite movies of all time, without a doubt. But
Because you're Cameron.
But like Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles, I couldn't relate to those. I had issues. And then when I told that to the person, they said, "You just hate Molly Ringwald." And I'm like, maybe.
Oh, no.
I don't. But,
Okay, good.
So yeah, the Breakfast Club, that's a whole other show.
Yes.
But we'll get into that.
All right, guys, you ready for the fun stuff?
Yes.
All right.
What he said.
Yeah, yep. He's got some growly
And
pants.
how he said. Those are abrupt pants. Very abrupt.
Stop.
It's a thing now, Joel.
You're the one that started the whole pants talk.
No, I didn't.
No, you started the pants
No, I said
talk
you're
way
growly,
back
and
in
then
the
he
day.
said growly
No,
pants.
a few months
No,
back,
I didn't
you
say
started
it.
the pants
Oh,
talk.
well, that's just me.
That's the past.
He started the butt talk, though.
Family friendly.
That was a little stronger than I meant. All right, so the 5. We're
My
going to go
number
through
5, these are the ones that we want you to avoid. And my
These are
number,
the ones I want to fail
we
miserably.
want them to bomb. We want you to
Yeah.
avoid them, and that's why they're going to bomb. But my number 5 is actually the butt talk.
I did not see that coming.
No, it may be called. It may as well be called that. Mine comes out June 30th, and number 5 is The House. This is starring Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler.
Like I haven't heard. Oh, yeah. I see
And
it.
it's dad convinces his friends to start an illegal casino in his basement after he and his wife spend their daughter's college fund.
Sisters too.
It looks
Ugh.
so bad. Like it really looks like it's, hey, these uptight, waspy parents are trying to do this cool thing and they're terrible at it, but then they really get into it. And the trailer just made me kind of roll my eyes the entire time. And I was like, I just don't see this as being funny.
Well, it's Will Ferrell doing, exactly how that's going to play out.
Yes.
Hold on, guys. Do we all hate Will Ferrell now?
No,
Oh, dang it.
I don't hate Will Ferrell.
Come on.
I don't hate anyone.
Do you dislike him now? Are you done with Will Ferrell?
No,
As the comic guy.
I still believe he can pull out something funny.
In what?
I don't know. He was good in the Lego movie.
Yeah.
I thought he did a good job there.
Eh,
And I still, maybe it's just because it's Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah.
I really
That was
appreciate
like
him in that.
13 years ago.
No, but I just-
his one serious movie.
but he's saying that he can do it.
I'm saying he can do good.
But then he
and
reverted to semi-pro and all those terrible sports movies.
he's just
Blades of Glory.
He's just getting paychecks, and that's fine.
That's not fine.
That's what this
lazy.
movie is. Yeah.
And it's a paycheck movie. This really feels. I mean, Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler. Maybe 3-4 years ago, they could have really brought in an audience. My voice cracked.
Hey,
But now,
rubbing off.
hey, but now I don't think it'll work. So my number 5 was The House.
I'm glad you reminded me because now that's an honorable mention. I just forgot about it. I saw the title. I'm like, it seems familiar. I don't care.
The House in the Middle of the Street. Oh, and I was going to mention this too. I forgot. The director, he has a video short called Acting with James Franco. So I thought you'd appreciate that.
James Franco acts.
Apparently.
James Franco with an axe.
But this is his. This is
He probably
this
does
is,
have an axe with him at all times.
I should mention his name too. But this director, Andrew J. Cohen, this is his first feature length film.
He's going to nail it.
There's so much belief in that voice.
All right, Ken, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is one that no one in our audience will probably see. It's called Rough Night. This one comes
Wow.
out June 16th.
Yeah, I avoided talking about this one because I didn't want to talk about it.
So a male entertainer ends up dead at a Miami beach house.
You
during
could say male paint stripper.
a male paint stripper ends up dead at
Kids listen to the show.
a Miami beach house during a bachelorette party weekend, and then it turns into Weekend at Bernie's. So this movie stars Scarlett Johansson, or ScarJo for short, Kate McKinnon,
It's like Riri.
Zoe Kravitz, and a bunch of other people. It's directed by Lucia Aniello, who does Broad City, and a movie called Time Traveling Bong. So that's going to be awesome.
So this is
It's gonna be
like
awesome. I'm gonna have to explain
absolute
that.
garbage.
The original title is called Rock That Body. So here's the trailer. Here's the trailer.
Wasn't there just another? Wasn't there another movie though where like
Very Bad Things.
That's it.
Back in
That's-
Oh, that's what I was just
1999.
thinking of.
That
Like, this
sounds
sounds
like
like
the
very
exact
bad
same
really
things.
grimly comic, and I say that with quotes, grimly comic movie about guys who also have a female paint stripper who dies. And it turns really grim. Whereas this one is showing like, hey girls, bachelorette weekend. And then this guy dies because this chick sits on him, and they parade him around the city, and they're involved in this huge crime festival. And it looks so stupid and dark and weird.
So you can take Jacob to this one.
Yeah, Jake, you want to go?
Dude,
Bacon bit?
I saw Very Bad Things as a teenager, kind of on
Ooh, that's not
accident.
good.
and it disturbed me.
An accident. Whoops! My money fell into the box office hand. Whoops! Got a ticket.
That was like
sitting
we
down.
were
was
just
like-
sneaking into movies, is what it was.
That's when I was like,
oh, there's a movie starting. Let's go into this movie. So we just start watching it, and suddenly I'm like, I'm broken for life.
That's when I was like, I went to the video store and I accidentally rented Species.
Whoops!
He said, "Oh, my uncle's in the movie. It's cool."
or that time when I drank caffeine accidentally. Whoops!
I love that.
Right, guys?
That's Joel's rebellious story.
There'll be another time. I think I have told him this story when I snuck into a theater and we didn't stay very long because we felt too guilty.
Doesn't make it any better than your story here.
I know.
You need some street cred, Joel.
No, I don't need street kid.
So avoid that
Or
movie.
Ked.
But guys, that's only my number 5. My
Yes.
number 4 is called Snatched. This is not the Guy Ritchie Snatched.
This is Goldie Hawn and Amy
Schumer.
She must not
yeah.
be named.
It comes out May 12th, and
I mean,
here's the
she
story.
must not be named. That's pretty good.
When her boyfriend dumps her before her exotic vacation, a young woman persuades her ultra-cautious mother to travel with her to paradise with unexpected results.
What? They're on a collision course with wackiness.
And drug cartels. This movie looks... I mean, I can't even think of the adjectives here. It looks...
Can I just say
Yes.
something? Stop. To quote Mean Girls, stop trying to make Amy Schumer happen. Okay, Hollywood?
Right.
It's not going to happen. And I'm just... This movie's going to bomb.
Oh, it will.
It's not going to be good. And Goldie Hawn, she was really, really funny back in the day. And then she disappears from the spotlight forever and then comes back to this movie?
Yeah, like, what's the last thing she really
Pretty
did?
random. It had to be 20,
Mid-90s?
30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find this real quick.
Like Bird on a Wire? First Wives
That's
Club?
like 89, yeah.
I swear she's done something since then.
I don't know. Her face hasn't.
Oh, hey,
Her face has done
now.
plenty since then, right?
She did The Banger Sisters in 2002. Mm-hmm. And then Town and Country in
Well, that's
2001.
15 years ago, even right there.
What was The Banger
For
Sisters?
movies
that's
we
her
haven't
and
heard
Susan
of.
Sarandon. That's right. I do remember that one. I didn't see it.
But I
anyway.
really want this movie to fail more than Rough Night. It looks
But
terrible.
it's only your number 4.
Yeah, it's only my number 4. It's weird that these two comedies, like these two female-driven comedies, actually in the trailer, they kind of show you the whole movie. They take really dark turns.
Yeah.
And they go somewhere really unexpected. And I guess that's the draw?
Yeah. We've lost the modern comedy and instead just have the raunchy comedy.
Yes.
And these
These are both
bothersome
very
to me.
rated R.
Yes. My number 4 is actually one really rated R too. It's The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature.
Worst title of the summer.
Do you remember when this trailer came on?
Yeah.
And do you remember what I said when the title came up?
No.
I basically just went, "You've got to be kidding me!" Just like vocally in the theater. Nutty by Nature? Seriously? No, I didn't see the original Nut Job cartoon, or maybe I did.
I don't think anyone did. And no one was asking for the sequel.
And it makes me sad that people like Will Arnett and Jackie Chan and Maya Rudolph are slumming around in this movie. But, you know, they need a paycheck too, and they need something their kids can see.
Will
That's true.
Arnett just did Lego Batman. And it was a huge success.
But this was his other project he was working on probably at the same time.
Yeah.
That was released after Batman was a success. This comes out August 18th, and I'll just read the synopsis here. Following the events of the first film, I don't remember, Surly and his friends must stop Oakton City. See, it's a pun because they're squirrels. From destroying their home to make way for a
Man.
dysfunctional amusement park.
This hurts.
So, animals trying to save their home from being destroyed. Never seen that before. And I'm betting you money it's going to be full of pop culture references and nutty music.
Next year, we're going to see Open Season 5. Everyone wants that movie.
I like the first open season.
Only Ashton Kutcher is back.
Yeah, I know. When they replaced him with
so
Joel McHale.
frustrating.
Is that what they did? For
They
real?
did. And it sounds kind of the same. But
I can't believe you actually know this.
yeah, we like the first open season a lot. And then my kids want to watch the other ones. And I was like, this is not as good. Yeah, so the Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature is my number 4. My number 3 comes out May 26th. And it was actually one of Kent's favorite TV shows. It's Baywatch.
Oh, yeah, that hasn't been brought up yet. Oh,
Some people I don't know the song. But
this is on a lot of
are you
people's most anticipated.
Are you
of the
saying
summer.
that like out of like sarcasm that it was one of my favorite TV shows, or do you actually know that?
He's like, how does Joel know?
I can assume as much.
You were right. My sister and I, because it was on every night, 10 o'clock at night on KJazz. And so it'd either be Star Trek The Next Generation or Baywatch. And so we'd channel switch during
That's
commercials.
basically like a nerd's TV fest right there.
And Baywatch.
Sci-fi and women.
Yasmin Belief. Oh. Yasmin Bleeth.
It just feels weird.
Deserves a growl.
It does, but it feels weird you're giving the same reaction to Yasmin Bleeth that you are to Christopher Nolan.
Actually, Christopher Nolan gets a deeper tone. Yasmin Bleeth is like, because I was like 14.
Okay, let's just keep going here. Weird.
Sorry.
Devoted lifeguard Mitch Buchanan butts heads with the brash new recruit, played by Zac Efron. Oh, The Rock plays Mitch Buchanan. Together, they uncover a local criminal plot that threatens the future of the Bay. Now, Baywatch was not known for its clever storyline.
There was actually a really good one where Mitch got paralyzed because he was trying to protect someone. He hit the reef. He hit some rocks. He got paralyzed. It was for 2 episodes.
No.
And it was a very
This is
very
basically
special time.
what he has to put up when you talk about Gilmore Girls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
And
Now
then
just talk Baywatch.
Hopi won the bodyboarding competition and got
two are very
a year's
comparable.
worth of root beer. That's a true story.
Okay. So the thing about, I've always been bothered by the TV reboots and how they're trying to revamp all these
Like
old
Chips
90s.
did well.
Did that
Right?
come out?
Yeah, apparently.
But then not only that, but they're making this one. They said, yeah, we're going hard R on this one. Like, this is going to be raunchy as can be. And I'm like, oh, it's good because, Zac Efron, he doesn't do enough raunchy comedies. Great career there, buddy.
Seriously.
Well, he's making more money than me. Oh.
He just made it real.
And Kent, you know there's going to be a David Hasselhoff cameo in this movie and probably a Pamela Anderson cameo.
You're right.
And it's just going to be hokey and terrible. It's going to do terrible. You should avoid it. Avoid Baywatch.
Do you know what worked for the TV show? And I'm not saying the TV
Slow
show.
motion?
Yeah, slow motion. I'm not saying the TV show was good, but it took itself seriously, like actually too serious. But then it wanted you to believe that these lifeguards were like the coolest people on the planet. And
They
then
saved lives every day, Kent.
right, and then it did the slow motion, and it was so silly. Like it was like these guys are like, let's just make everyone okay with the fact that they're perverts for watching this show and try to add a storyline. Whereas this one is like, yeah, guys, be perverted because it's going to be crass comedy the whole time.
Yeah. And I think Dwayne Johnson, coming off of Moana, which was such a good film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
coming
then
off
you do
of
The only reason
Fate
this
of the
movie is
Furious.
being
Oh,
made,
Fate of the Furious. That's right. Never mind. Yeah, he is slumming.
I think the only reason The Rock is the only reason this movie is being made.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like he's going to be in a Rampage
For sure.
So
based on the video
he
game.
The Rock can basically say, "You're welcome." Oh, yes.
Yeah. Speaking of animated movies,
All
my
right,
number three
Cars.
is Cars 3.
So as he
How'd
said
you know that one?
animated, I was like, oh, it's Cars.
Yeah, it's Cars. A recent trailer just came out to clarify a little bit more of the story because the early trailer showed
The dark and gritty.
Everything is about to change, and Lightning McQueen dies on the track.
It's like, that's not for kids. No
Right.
kid is sitting there going, I want to see Lightning McQueen crash, and then just have this slow motion gritty teaser trailer
Yeah.
with just breathing.
So what do we?
I hurt myself today. So Lightning McQueen sets out to prove to a new generation of racers that he's still the best race car in the world. So it's Lightning McQueen.
But do they have the gas alternative now from Cars 2?
They have some turbos, stupid. I don't even know. I didn't even see Cars
NOS?
2. NOS? Is that a thing?
From Fast and Furious.
Oh, Cuban NOS?
Yeah.
So stupid. I can't even go there. Anyways, Cars 2 was, I think, up until The Good Dinosaur, the low point for Pixar.
Okay.
But kids love it.
I put Cars 2 below Good Dinosaur.
Oh, I couldn't.
Good Dinosaur.
Good Dinosaur.
Good
Good
Dinosaur
Dinosaur
was
is the worst
bland.
thing.
It was very bland. Cars 2 was bad.
No,
Like,
no, it was like
It
getting
was so
cut.
bland. It was like hard candy at your grandma's where they're all stuck together and they're covered in dust. That was a good dinosaur.
That's
for
a good
me.
analogy. Or simile.
Yeah, whatever. Simile or metaphor? I'm not really sure.
Simile used like or as.
So this one is, if you see the new trailer, he gets in a wreck and he's like, no, I'm still good. And they're like, no, protect your legacy. Just quit while you're ahead. And he's like, I got to be the best. Meanwhile, this new supercharged car played by Armie Hammer comes in and he's going to be the best. And it turns into Days of Thunder. If you watch the trailer, you'll see a Days of Thunder.
I do like Days of Thunder.
Yeah. Well, you liked that movie 30 years ago.
Yeah,
and now it's
Cold
Cars
trickled.
3.
Are you going to see Cars 3?
Yeah, I think I will just so
Because
I
you
can
didn't
hate
see
it.
Cars 2.
Right.
Right.
Just so I can hate it.
All right. Bacon bit.
No, and kids love it. Kids love Cars because it's creepy and whatever, and cars have taken over the planet.
Cars, I do like that one. A lot of people hate on it, but I like it.
Okay.
Cars 2 was bad.
It's
though.
a really
I'll
great
tell you
title, too. I think Cars, that's
that. Oh, yeah, they're going to change it this part. At
I'm
this
just
point.
saying, it's the one of the Pixar really lost the
Cars.
plot with the Cars franchise.
They did. Hopefully, this could bring it back. You never know.
Really?
Maybe.
We're going to see Cars 4? Blech.
Maybe.
Oh, I hope not. All right.
Cars 4, the 4 inning. All right, Kent, go with your number. Go with your number 2.
My number 2 is another animated movie,
I bet it's the same as mine.
and it's
The Emoji Movie. I like that we're matching.
July 28th. The story is Gene, a multi-expressional emoji, sets out on a journey to become a normal emoji.
You say multi-emotional. Can we just call him a divergent emoji?
He's the one that does parkour all the time.
Oh my gosh, this movie looks so bad. And it just, why? Why make the emoji movie? Why put, I do like Anna Faris.
Sure.
I don't like to see her in this thing. And then why
Well, this is an Angry Birds thing,
Why
right?
make
It's
Sir
money.
Patrick Stewart the poop emoji?
Really?
Yes.
Yes, he's the poop emoji. Sofia Vergara plays the flamenco dancer. Jennifer Coolidge is Mary Meh. James Corden is High Five. And Maya Rudolph, who's also in another great
Oh my gosh,
animated
she's in
movie,
this one too?
is Smiler.
Oh, it looks so bad.
I think I'll avoid this one, to be honest with you. Completely.
I know my kids are probably going to end up watching it, and I'll probably have to watch it.
It really just seems like they ran out of ideas, and this was the very last one. Like, they went to the future, and they tried to find all the ideas, and they're like, well, there's emojis on your phone that are kind of colorful.
No. It was the bunch of old men sitting in the boardroom and like, what do kids like these days? Oh, they like those emojis. Let's make a movie about that. What's it going to be about? How about one that doesn't fit in? Great.
Here's what's going to happen. It's going to be this whole story about how he wants to be a normal emoji, and then we're going to realize it's going to be this utopia thing where it's going to have this big message, and it's going to be everyone is born unique, just revel in your uniqueness.
Everything is awesome.
And I hate this movie already. It's called The
Hates
Emoji
uniqueness.
Movie. Like, have some creativity.
You know that was the working title, and they got lazy and couldn't change it.
Probably.
Whoa! I think we just peaked on the audio. Kent just went Super Saiyan over there. All right.
Do you want to do the cool combo team up?
Yeah.
We did the cool combo team up, everyone. People are freaking out right
my
now.
number 2 is the Emoji Movie as well. Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. Let's hear them.
An inconvenient sequel, Truth to Power.
Comes
from Al
out
Gore.
July 28th.
July 28th.
What's it about?
It's about an inconvenient sequel where we're still dooming the planet because of our icebergs and the penguins.
Is this real?
We're doing the planet because we're icebergs and penguins?
Don't question science, Kent.
Wait. Mr. Gore, you're not making much sense. What is it this movie actually about?
It's about me getting a paycheck, Kent.
Is it about the history of the internet?
Yes, which I invented. Anyway, I also put in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
That feels unfair. Can I just call that out?
What
Why?
feels
It
unfair?
feels to give Pirates 5 and like say it's going to be one of the worst movies of the year. I can't even finish that.
No, I just it's an avoid because they should have stopped this franchise. The first one, Golden, one of my favorite movies. After that, no good.
Right. Are you hoping that this could be good though?
A part of me is, and I probably will see it because it just doesn't have a good
This
track
movie
record.
feels like there's a legacy to it. We have the son of Will Turner in this movie. You see Keira Knightley again, and it's kind of passing the torch. And Johnny Depp.
They should have passed the torch in the second movie or the third movie or the fourth
But
movie.
maybe here, I'm going to be in defense of Pirates here, and I do not like Johnny Depp, but I think maybe if this movie allows the
Why don't you not marry him then?
Johnny Depp, if they allow the regular
Caesar salad.
like Will Turner's son and the girl in this movie, played by Kay Scodelario, if they allow them to be the focus, much like they were in the first movie, the two regular people, and for Jack Sparrow to be this side scene-stealing character
they
instead of
tried that,
Superman,
then it
which he
could
is
work.
in the
But
sequels.
they
then it could
tried
work.
that.
It could
They
work.
tried to put the new leads in and have Jack Sparrow just be quirky on the side, and it didn't work.
No,
they tried that?
because
Who tried
Jack
that?
Sparrow in all the sequels, especially Stranger Tides, he was jumping on top of palm trees, and he was the lead character. We don't need him as the lead. He needs to steal the scene.
But here's why I don't think that'll happen though, is because even in the poster, it's Jack right up front, big,
Yeah.
and then like way in the back, you see these other people, and I'm
Well,
like,
here's-
guys, you gotta flip that in order
Right.
for this to work.
But you bring up a good point because if you recall in the first movie, it really is Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann's
Yes.
story.
Yep.
And
They're the
Jack
anchors.
Sparrow is the comedic relief, the fool who comes in and kind of messes things up. That was great.
it's a great formula.
That's
and-
why there was a formula, right?
Exactly.
And then they abandoned that formula, and
They're
they're
like,
like,
let's take the side character, make him a main character, which always works in movies. Minions. Mater.
Minions made $1 billion.
Shut up.
apparently it does work. Of course, the other pirates have made
Yes.
money too.
Yeah.
And
which
then
is
I
why
also
they're
put,
doing it.
And then I also put these are all the honorable mentions. And then I put Cars 3 as well. And then I put Transformers: The Last Night because I still haven't seen anything but the first Transformers, and the fact that they got Anthony Hopkins involved with this movie just makes me sad.
This is the first of the revitalized Transformers universe. There are 14 movies planned. I think Jake just broke some synapses in his brain.
That can't be true what you just said.
It is exactly true.
14?
Yes.
From here, not including the ones
From now.
That is disgusting.
It's disturbing.
I don't think there were that many episodes of the original series of Transformers.
We're going to see Rodimus
Is it just
Prime.
every summer?
Arise, Rodimus
Yeah,
Prime.
most likely.
Yeah, it's coming out June 23rd.
You know what I'm excited to see about that movie is because every Transformers movie since the first, because the first one is a huge success, they've all kind of made $1 billion, but in
Kind of made $1 billion.
domestically, each movie has made less and less. So here in America, they make less money, which is still 200, 300 million, but we're getting it. Meanwhile, the global box office is just forking out the dollars.
They just love the big explosion.
But I'd like to see that we're getting a little bit smarter in terms of our movie watching, just slightly.
You say smarter, everyone else here is snobbier.
Yeah, I'll take Snobby.
Yeah. Is that one of the Smurfs?
That movie's also
All
coming
right,
out.
your honorable mentions.
So Baywatch, like you said, it's going to ruin the legacy of the TV show. Despicable Me 3. We've mentioned the Minions a few times.
I did like the 80s twist. For some reason, that made me laugh. I'm sorry.
I think it's going to be too gimmicky.
it could be.
And it's less about that guy and more about Gru's twin brother, Drew.
No.
It's a twin movie.
No.
Inconvenient sequel, Truth the Power, and also The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature.
So, okay, there's some overlap there.
Yeah. So what is your least anticipated, the one you want to bomb badly, Joel?
Let's hear it.
Oh, actually, Jake, do you have any ones that
Did you have
you
any?
really want to hate?
Not really, actually.
You just want to love?
No. There's so much indifference here, and even about like a lot of your top ones, like.
And a lot of these I did not put on. I didn't put on my list because I wasn't different to him. Like Despicable Me 3, where I was kind of like, I could care less about that one.
This is where I'm really fortunate that I don't have to come up with a list because I feel so indifferently about so many that I wouldn't.
You know, I'll
Right.
be taking you to a few of these, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm still happy to watch
After
them.
Kent, I go to Dunkirk.
Yeah, that's nice.
But my number
Kent
one,
Dunkirk. I'll
my
call you
number
Kent
one-
Dunkirk from now on.
Will you?
Yeah.
You're coming.
All right, I'm back in.
+1.
My number one you've already talked about because it was in your list. It's Snatched.
Okay. Yep.
I really, really dislike Amy Schumer. And I feel like they keep trying to shove her in the spotlight. It's like, no, she's a star, guys. She's a star. She's funny. Look how funny she is. And then she comes on stage and is like, hey, vulgar. And it's just like, all right.
I love your impression of Amy Schumer because that is all you can say.
Yeah, basically I was going to quote something. I'm like, I can't
Please
even do
don't.
that.
Well, she has a brand of humor. It's just this self-depreciating one-note thing that she does over and over and over.
Tiresome. And they keep trying to make her a star. And I feel bad Goldie Hawn's in it. And I feel bad Joan Cusack is in this movie too because I like Joan Cusack. But this looks really bad, and I want it to bomb, and I want no one to see it so that just we can finally realize that, no, Amy Schumer, not going to happen.
Okay, I totally agree. I'm going to hate that movie.
Well,
your
if this
number?
movie dies, then that's what will happen.
But
Right.
you're number one.
My number one movie that I want to fail is Spider-Man Homecoming.
You jerk. Why?
He had that look, and I was like, oh, something good's coming.
I'm not trying to antagonize you here, Joel.
Just because you have a crush on Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone.
I do. Absolutely.
As you should.
Here's why.
This is ahead of the Emoji Movie. You realize that.
I feel bad.
You put this ahead of Snatched and the Emoji Movie.
Can I tell you why I want this to fail? It's mostly for comedic reasons because it won't fail because we have Kevin Feige from Marvel saying, do this. And Sony's like, yep, yes, sir. We will do whatever because we want money. Because they're going to make this movie and it's going to be solid, right?
You put Baywatch above this one.
Yeah, I did. But think about it, Joel. Spider-Man in the past... No. I'm not saying this to get you mad. I want you to join in on the fun. In the past 15 years, we've now seen 3 Spider-Mans. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man I.
Spider-Menage.
That's going to happen.
different.
That's going to happen.
What if this movie bombs so badly that 2 years from now, we see another actor as Spider-Man, that they have to keep rebooting and rebooting?
It'll be Miles Teller next.
Wouldn't it be
Miles Teller. Miles Morales.
Miles Morales, which would be kind of cool.
Miles Teller playing Miles Morales.
Weird. Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be great to see them like reboot the series again?
No.
I would love it.
No.
But here's the thing. They are going to anyways because Marvel is only helping with this one and the Spider-Man Homecoming sequel. And then Marvel says, we're done with Spider-Man. And then Sony's going to keep making their Spider-Man universe, and they're going to drop the ball again like they did with Amazing Spider-Man 2.
You put Cars 3 above this, Kent.
I know.
They'll probably reboot with somebody new after 2.
And so they're going to reboot again. It is destiny for this series just to keep going and going. And granted, Spider-Man makes money. Amazing Spider-Man movies killed at the box office.
Killed Gwen Stacy.
Oh, that is brutal. But can I tell
Not
you...
as brutal as her death.
What is?
I have so many puns, but they're not appropriate because I respect her as a character. So the writers of this movie, can I just tell you what they wrote before this one? Vacation, reboot, Horrible Bosses 2, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, 2.
Dang it.
Incredible Burt Wonderstone, and Clown.
Wait, these are the writers?
The writers for Spider-Man Homecoming wrote those movies.
Wait. Did you pick the worst of their movies, or did you just pick their lineup?
There are 6 writers. 6, which is a bad
sign.
thing. And 4 of them each worked, and the director worked on these movies. There was 2 good movies that I left out because I wanted to prove a point. But those movies
That's
right
what
there...
I thought. What are the 2 good ones?
I don't even know. Casablanca or something like that. But I want this movie to bomb.
You jerk.
And it won't. I'm being crazy, I know.
No, it won't.
But
It'll be one of the biggest of the summer is what it'll be.
it will be, absolutely. But what if it does?
I'm actually kind of with you. Like, it would be great if it just kind of did this, like, mediocre,
Best case scenario for me is that, say they continue this Marvel universe and Spider-Man becomes a part of it, Tobey Maguire comes back when he's like 50 as married Spider-Man. Wouldn't that be kind of cool to see Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man again? Am I the only one out there that thinks so?
How does that tie into what you're saying?
I'm just saying, I want this kid gone, and I want to see Tobey Maguire again.
You want to see old Tobey Maguire?
I do. Because Spider-Man, for the most part, is not a high school kid. Spider-Man, throughout his, 60-year history, has been married for, 45 years of that. And they just, let's put him back in high school. Let's put him back in high school. I've got an idea. Back in high school.
Yeah. There's
boring.
no other thing they do. Yeah.
Let's see that origin again. No thanks.
So you want him to go Batman on it and do 8 years later.
Yeah, but
then old.
In the right way. Anyways, are you okay? Do you see my point, Joel?
I'm bugged.
Is that no? Don't be bugged.
I'm bugged.
Why?
Honestly, Kent, this may cause a permanent rift in our relationship.
This Amazing Spider-Man or Spider-Man
I think the
Homecoming?
only way you can make it up to me is if you take me to Dunkirk.
What do you call me?
Ghostbusters?
No. You call him Kent
Caesar salad.
Caesar salad. That's it.
All right, so that's it. Those are the movies I wanted to succeed. So, Joel, your number 1 movie you want to succeed is?
Spider-Man Homecoming. Remember? When you trashed on for the last half hour?
Jake, your number 1 movie you want to succeed is?
Dunkirk.
Mine is Dunkirk as well. The one you want to fail, Joel, is?
My number 1 was Snatched.
Mine is Spider-Man Homecoming. Mm-hmm. And there's none you really care to hate right now, Jake.
No, I really do want to see, I was going to just call the Idris Elba movie, but The Dark Tower succeed, and I'd like to see The Mummy succeed as well.
Okay.
Because that universe would be cool. It would be cool. I'd like to see it come back to life.
All right, so share with us on Facebook. We'll be asking, of course, but which movies do you want to see succeed? Which ones do you want to see fail? Which ones are you most excited about?
And let us know when you actually see these movies that we talked about, what you thought about them. Even if it's down the road a couple months, we'll still remember what we said.
Because the funny thing is, we're always wrong. I mean, that's the Baconsale. We're always wrong.
Keep listening.
Yeah. But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter. Or otherwise, you can find me at Quickwits. They perform every Saturday night at the Midville Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
If you want to find me on Twitter and Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD. If you want to read my reviews, especially next week for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, it's ShowtimeShowdown.com.
You can find me on Twitter at Jacob A. Rogers. Also, you can find Baconsale on Twitter at Baconsale, or go to baconsale.com and follow the blog there. It's basically a blog setup so you can follow and get notifications. And you can also go to gumroad.com/Baconsale and look at our merchandise. We've actually been updating it a little bit, and there's more to come. So
thank you for listening to Baconsale preview of Summer
2017.
Hi, this is Dr. Strand. I'm returning one of 11 calls.
from someone named Alex Regan.
The thing about it is, you don't understand, is that I'm a doctor, and this is my doctor voice. What is wrong with you? So you were gone for 5 days? Yeah, it's like layers upon layers of crazy.
It's haunted now because we're making fun of the black tapes. Man,
Yes.
we haven't even hugged yet.
Let's hug.
Should we pause this and hug?
No. We're here for you. Grin with glee. Get a little growly.
Growly pants.
I smirked like crazy and I was entertained.
Wait, the movie of your dreams is actually a nightmare. I want to hear love.
Well, most of the sense you're just like, Marvel. Take that, hater.
I'm hilarious.
Yes.
That's basically what I figured out.
So before she was Wonder Woman, she was Diana, Princess of the Amazons, trained warrior. When a pilot crashes and tells of conflict in the outside world, she leaves home to fight a war to end all wars, discovering her full powers and true destiny.
Honey, you got
Real ugly, real fast. Yeah, there's no invisible jet. It's actually kind of weird though because Joel loves the invisible jet.
I do. Don't question science, Kent. It's about an inconvenient sequel where we're still dooming the planet because of our icebergs and the penguins. Make good choices, Tom Cruise.
And even joking about that hurts my feeling.
You said but like 12 times.
Growly pants. All right, guys, you ready for the fun stuff?
Yes. Bring it on, Sam. My number 5 is actually the butt talk.
He's gonna nail it. And suddenly I'm I'm broken for life.
With unexpected results.
What? They're on a collision course with wackiness.
And drug cartels. Yasmin Bleeth.
It just feels weird.
Deserves a growl.
It does, but it feels weird you're giving the same reaction to Yasmin Bleeth that you are to Christopher Nolan. Whoa. Kent just went Super Saiyan over there.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Eye.
Spider Menage.
Kent family friendly.
After being coerced into working for a crime boss, a young getaway driver finds himself taking part in a heist doomed to fail.
I believe in Christopher Nolan.